Toxic Drift donated $1.69.
Nice.
Say nice if you're French.
Oh, sacre bleu! You're right, I'm so cracked. Watch. I'm gonna leave that spawn door right now, and I'm gonna hit the sickest air shot of my... I'm gonna leave that spawn door right now, and I'm gonna hit the sickest... As soon as Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd die, they're gonna remake Back to the Future, and then they're gonna have fucking horrible AI-generated CGI horrible creatures of Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, just like they did with The Flash. It'll just be like, oh my god, remember them? You know what's gonna suck? They're gonna dedicate the shitty new Mufasa movie to James Earl Jones. Have you come to destroy me? When he's the one who came there. Ah. Good old Kenobi, what a memorable show that everyone loves. Why can't anything exist without 10 layers of irony and satire? Because you see, everything has to be made off of some kind of existing intellectual property. And so the writers and directors who get a chance to work in Hollywood at all, they kind of have to take what they can get. And they're just like, oh, I have to make a Minecraft movie? Sure, it's work, I guess. Like, they're embarrassed to make it. And so they hide it behind several layers of irony to mask their own insecurities about making a movie they really don't want to make. Like, I don't think it's any deeper than that. I don't think there's, like, any kind of fucking... And there's no narrative, there's no agenda. It is literally just these people are embarrassed to be making this garbage. A dance party ending? God, I hope so. And then you can have, like, horrible, ugly CGI parrots dancing to the music. They'll do like the thing like when you turn on a jukebox and the parrots start dancing. It'll be like that, except they're fucking hideous. Also, of course they will not be dancing to Minecraft music, because that would be too easy. No, no, no. Then we would have to pay C418 royalties, and we as Microsoft do not want to pay this man any money whatsoever. Yeah, it's gonna be some generic pop song. It's gonna be like Gangnam Style, or I don't know, fucking Numa Numa. Some garbage. Some utter fucking garbage. Oh yeah, there's gonna be like a horrible looking villager lady. When the Gangnam Style man says, hey, sexy lady. And then that will spawn like a wave of ironic porn. And then after a while it'll stop being ironic. And then we'll all just wonder where we went so wrong. No, fucking take on me replacing the goddamn Donkey Kong song. Especially when it was like done so well. Like, such as a genuinely good rendition of so many classic Donkey Kong themes, all put together. Like, how dare you? Genuinely speaking, how fucking dare you? Oh my god. Bro. Ooh, see that was a good degreaser moment. Bro. I love the extinguisher. Like in the UK, when they say jelly, they mean like jello, like the gelatin. And so when you say, oh, I'm gonna have me a peanut butter and jelly, they think like, wait, a sandwich with peanut butter and like jello on it? That sounds disgusting. Do Americans actually? And then they base all their opinions on Americans on this, when really it's just like a very minor difference in dialect. How are you still alive? Fucking Joseph Stalin, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be Rasputin. Like, I feel like, when it comes to Attack on Titan openings, right? A lot of people really like the first one, which is like, I understand, it's super iconic and stuff like that. However, I actually liked the second opening more than the first one. like the second half of season 1, that opening was better than the first one. I don't know how controversial of an opinion that is, but it is the one that I have. The season 2 opening is the best one. Like Rumbling the best. Interesting. I feel like I haven't really heard that many people say Rumbling is like the best one. But you know what? Props for being unique. I would like My War a lot more if the visuals of the OP were actually like good, but instead they're crap. It's just like, ooh, Technicolor fucking generic ass smoke effects for like 80% of the OP. Like, come on, you could have tried harder than that. You can't even say that, like, oh, all the budget went to the animation. No, the fuck it didn't. Did you see the fucking ugly ass CGI Titans? No, the fuck it didn't. And then, like, the other parts of season, the final season, all the other final seasons of the final season end up looking way better and have better looking openings. So what the fuck? Alright. Ready to charge, Arya? 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 Oh my lord. I'm God. Christ. Oh, I feel bad. Fucking 28 streak. That's one of my better ones. See, I think that Five Guys is just like, it's too pricey. They are very good burgers, but they're too pricey. In-N-Out are just like, oh, this is better than anything you'll find at like, just like the big chains, right? Like, this is better than a Wendy's burger. This is better than a McDonald's or a Burger King burger. It's better than all of those, and it's like just as cheap, if not cheaper. Sonic the restaurant, every fucking time, I think like, huh, you know, maybe Sonic is actually gonna like not disappoint me this time. I go there and it's just like, this is food? Are you sure? Ow. Let's go Shansha. Aw, dang it. I'm not even entirely sure what a power bottom is. All I understand is that speed has something to do with it. A really aggressive bottom. See, I don't understand that. Those two things don't play nicely in my brain. Bottom who's the top? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like people are either giving completely contradictory answers or different answers. One is sideways and the other is upside down. See, that almost makes sense. Like, I almost get that. Telling the top what to do. Doesn't that make you the top, though? Bottom is in charge of the relationship in every aspect outside of the bedroom. Okay, I at least can get behind that. I don't understand it. Or at least I can't relate to it, but like, but I can understand it more than just like, oh. Like, I think power bottom, and I almost think something like a brat, right? Where it's just like, they're going out of their way to be bottomed, basically. Kind of dictating the pace of it, but not really like telling the other person what to do, really? If that makes any sense? Like, maybe being... How do I describe this? Like being a producer, but not the writer or director. Does that make sense? Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. We've defined the power bottom. Fantastic. Oh, Heavy, you got cocky. You fool. Okay, at least us losing wasn't my fault entirely. What? Yeah. Dig it. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. What? Also, I had some people in the Minecraft video criticize my pronunciation of lapis lazuli. Do you fuckers unironically say lapis lazuli and think you don't sound stupid? Now, see, the first time that I heard the word lazuli was in a little show by the name of Meerkat Manor. because there was a tribe of meerkats known as the Lazuli. What about this one? I call it Spider Season. More like trash! I should have done this before, but I didn't realize I was going to face cam.
G-Staff donated $100. Cheers, and keep swimming.
Well, you had to see my facial reaction to that one. Jesus Christ. My dad's already the reason I'm short. If he's the reason that I'm fucking gonna go bald, then I'm just gonna kill him. I mentioned that one channel where it was just like, oh, I was watching this video, and then they mentioned that, oh, this is a great platform for socialist creators, and then I immediately clicked off the video, even though I was like interested in what the video was about. And then I was talking to the Chuckle Nuts guys about it. It's just like, wait a second, I think I know exactly who that is just based on that description. Sure enough, they found the guy, and he had the bisexual lighting in the background. They can't keep getting away with this.
I remember back in 1999 when the ball dropped in Times Square.
It's like, oh, that's real nice, Grandpa. Why don't we wheel you out to your window now so you can go look at your birds? It's just like, oh, I love my birds. Got it. You're never gonna see like an $80 indie game. Which is good. Indie devs. Honestly, I feel like most mobs that are added lately are like neutral. Am I crazy on that? Like even ones that for all intents and purposes should probably be passive, like llamas and dolphins and goats and shit, those are all neutral. A llama and a goat would fight back if provoked. Yeah, but so would a cow. And honestly, I trust the cow's chances against me more than I trust a llama's. You really don't think that like a 2,000-pound dairy cow would fight back if you just started fucking wailing on it. Just because cows don't go out starting fights does not mean they will not fucking finish one. What animals can I beat tier list 1? Fucking... People overestimate their own abilities to such an insane degree. There are animals that I know I could not beat in a fight, but I know I could, like, scare them off if I ran into them on a hiking trail or something. Could I scare off a mountain lion? Yes. Could I scare off a black bear? Yes. Could I beat them if I was, like, locked in a room with them in a fight to the death? No, they'd kill me. I would die. I'm pretty sure if in that same situation with, like, a big dog, I would still die. The thing with, like, basically anything aquatic or semi-aquatic is, am I fighting it on my terms or theirs? Because on my terms... I could beat a humpback whale. I literally just have to wait for it to die. On the whale's terms, it wouldn't even notice if it killed me. Could I fight a sloth? I could fight and kill a sloth. But I would take serious damage in the process. Sloth bites are not to be underestimated. Don't underestimate the humble sloth. They will bite the shit out of you, and it will hurt. Could I fight an anteater? Fuck no. Fuck no. Maybe on a good day I could fight a tamandua. A giant anteater though? That thing would kill my ass. People in zoos have died from getting, like, clawed to death by giant anteaters. Do not underestimate them. They will fuck you up. Like, think about the fact that those giant fucking claws of theirs are designed for digging into giant termite mounds. That's basically rock. They will fuck you up. If I had a gun, could I take a bear? Depends on the bear, depends on the gun. If I got like a 9mm against a fucking polar bear, I'm shooting myself. Females aren't real. Yeah, sorry to break it to everybody. Women actually fictional. Okay, Lance, with your wife, who's a woman who you've had a child with. This fucking guy. For my loot, I want a golden frying pan. Kiwi Prime, do you know enough to know that the gas passer is overpowered as shit? Have you watched a Soundsmith video? Who? Oh, you know, he's that TF2 YouTuber that everybody knows. He's like the Texan. He's ginger. He talks about cosmetics a lot. Oh yeah, he really hates Sniper. That's like his other big thing. You know, he really hates Sniper, but he gives a free pass to the Huntsman for some reason. Oh my god, my bones! Oh my god. The Goose Cannon Boy! Our Goose Cannon Boy! I underestimated him. I really did. I thought he didn't have the stuff. Well, chutzpah. Like, see, I see this big kind of almost cursed-looking forest, right? You know what I think's gonna be in there? Like, the giant spiders in Lord of the Rings and shit. That's what I think's gonna be in there, like fucking Shelob. Or the ones that they fight in The Hobbit, when Bilbo Baggins gets his sword name. That's what I thought would be in there, so like... I don't know, I was kind of expecting there to be like a structured dungeon sort of thing where you go fight, hey, maybe a big arthropod boss? Like a giant spider or something? Maybe? No? Okay. Just any arthropod boss, dude. You can make it anything. You can make it anything. Just give it lots of legs. Have it be, I don't know, the fucking centipede demon from Dark Souls, man. The Lohotodo and the Bone Saw. That was my nickname in high school. That's on the black box. You will soon see my thoughts on... You'll soon see my thoughts on the black box. Ah, jeez. All according to plan. Oh, hi. Yo, Doc. Yo, Doc. Seriously? I have to do everything around here. Yes! That's 2! Oh. They got me. I'm an invisible ghost, though. Yeah, that's the thing. That's like, it really should just be less maps per year. Like, there's no reason to add, like, 10 maps every single fucking year. Like, the maps on the workshop, they're not going anywhere. You want to just be like, you know what, this one's really good, but we've already got, I don't know, 3, 4 maps this year. Because, like, remember, back in the old days, there only used to be 1 new Halloween map a year. Just 1. Just 1. Oh. Oh, that poor bastard. Oh, poor Just a Gamer. Ah. Hope they only add ugly-looking hats. I hope that there is just a war paint case at all. If there is a war paint case and there is, like, 1 war paint in it that's as good as Sacred Slayer or Sunriser or anything like that from the last Halloween case we got, I'll be happy. Fair fucking well, by the way. That's 1. It's 2. Oh! I did it! That's 2, baby! Ah, no more environmental kills in hell. I am satisfied. I think that people in general are just way too kind to quick play as a system. But, like, I also think that, yeah, casual could obviously do with improvements. But that's just, like, that's a meaningless statement. Like, hey, I think things should be better than they are now. Good for you, Miss America. Do you want a fucking Nobel Prize for that one? Of course. Of course. Of course. Oh, and of course. Oh. The fucking bridge. The fucking bridge. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. I'm actually fucking mad. The retard pass? Hell, I went to special ed classes. I did my time. I earned my own retard pass. I mean, mine were for anger management, if you can believe that, but that didn't do much. If you can believe that. Med, anything? No, you're gonna heal the fucking Hoovy with, like, his fists out. Really? I'm at 27 health. Really? Really, medic? Really? Really? People are inherently selfish. Yes, I'm also inherently selfish. I want the medic to heal me when I say medic. That's like bike cuck logic. Like, the medic got to be selfish and just heal the heavy who was doing literally nothing like a fucking dipshit. However, the amount of happiness in the world increased, so whatever. Man. You never see it coming. That is one of those things that I will never ever in my life understand about Hassan Piker. Like, beyond the fact that he's a fucking imbecile. And a commie. Like, you have all the money in the world. You can choose to live anywhere you want. And you choose to buy a mansion in fucking Los Angeles. How fucking brain dead do you have to be? I'm sorry. Like, you're a fucking moron if you actively choose to live in Los Angeles. Like, every time I've even been in LA, it's just like, I want to leave. I don't like it here. I feel like I'm in danger. LA is one of those cities that are only good when you look at a picture of them. Assuming it's not smoggy as shit, which it always is, because it's LA. There is a reason that in Ice Cube's Good Day, one of the first things he mentions that's very odd when he's living in LA is that there's no smog. It's like, huh. That doesn't seem right. Some people have proposed that Northern California should be its own state called Jefferson. And I can agree with that. Obviously, then there's the issue of, oh no, now there's 51 states, so just give back Hawaii. Or I don't know, merge the Dakotas together, so that way I don't have to be like, oh, which Dakota is the fucking... is the big president heads in? Now I don't have to know. It's just in Dakota. And you know what? I got a bone to pick with New Hampshire. Where's the old one? Where's the old Hampshire? Just call it Hampshire. During the wildfires? Which wildfires? It's California. We're known for having a lot of them. It's just like, it is like asking, hey, Fish, have you seen any of the homeless recently? Like, which homeless? They're everywhere. I was one of them. Mismanagement of funds to prevent forest fires? No, the problem is they are preventing forest fires. You know, natural forest fires. They keep preventing it, and then, like, years and years go by, and all this fucking shit piles up. All this dry-ass shit, because don't forget, we live in the middle of a desert. And because there aren't any, like, smaller, more natural wildfires to be like, oh, hey, let's burn all this away and we're good to go. We're just creating a giant fucking tinderbox on ourselves. And it's just fucking... it's just awful. All it does is exacerbate just how bad the wildfires end up being whenever they do happen. You think that, like, the companies who can afford to buy up all of the houses in America at well over market value because they know how much money can be sucked out of fucking just charging rent prices instead? You think those people can't also afford lobbyists who will just do everything in their power to stop laws on exactly this from getting changed because this is their moneymaker? You have to understand that once a company gets big enough, like even to the point where they are basically a monopoly, there is now, like... there is now precedent that once a company gets big enough, not even the IRS can stop them. Lest we forget what happened with Microsoft. Like, when Microsoft got pegged for some serious tax fraud shit, the IRS came down to them, and then Microsoft just kept, like... they basically just ran the IRS out of money so that they couldn't actually, like, do anything to stop them. Also, speaking of the Joker, apparently the new Joker movie is terrible. Like, all I've seen is, like, people reacting on Twitter like, oh, hey, I'm about to go see Joker 2 right now, and then they're just like, what the fuck did you do? What have you done? I know that a lot of people are going to be generally surprised about the fact that it's, like, apparently a musical, which I was skeptical about from the beginning, because that just seems like a really weird choice. And apparently, as it turns out, it's a really weird choice. And yeah, I guess I don't want to harp on the musical point of Joker 2 too long, because, like, that's just one thing that I know was going to be contentious with a lot of people. Not even necessarily like, oh, this is a bad choice. Because I'm fine with musicals. I don't have an issue with them. Some people really don't like musicals. And so maybe that could color some people's perception. But just, like, the fact that so many people reacted so viscerally the exact same way is just like, something is wrong here. Like, I saw a clip on Twitter of some people in the theater, like, reacting to the new Mean Girls movie, which is an adaptation of the Mean Girls musical. And they were just, like, just groaning as soon as characters started singing. The meme of fucking Commissioner Gordon being like, Batman, we have to rape the Joker. It's the only way. It's the only way to stop him. It's real, and it works. He stops being the Joker after that. I mean, it's not Commissioner Gordon himself, but it's so close. It is so fucking close. Like, I heard about this stuff in a leak, and I'm just like, that's gonna do so poorly with test audiences, they're gonna have to change it. And I guess they just didn't. Like, the more and more time goes on, the more I think that like conspiracy theory of Hollywood like humiliation rituals is more and more real. Joaquin Phoenix flew a little too close to the sun, and now he has to get raped and stabbed to death. Like, I wonder if they were like concerned with the meta aspects of the first movie, like how much people seemed to just enjoy the character of the Joker and like maybe sympathize with him a bit. Like, I don't think all that many people genuinely thought like, oh, the Joker is a perfect angel who did literally nothing wrong. I don't think there's many people like that. People understand that he's supposed to be the bad guy, but like there's still a catharsis in seeing him like do what he does. I'm gonna be honest, I'm convinced that the first Joker was a fluke. Either that or Todd Phillips has no fucking clue how to write sequels. Just in general. Like, if The Hangovers are anything to go by. I mean, a lot of people justify a bunch of shit that happens in the movies with like, oh, it's all in Joker's head. So they could just be like, oh yeah, the last 10 minutes of the movie was all in Joker's head, so now we get to have a third one. Or maybe it'll just be like totally fucking experimental, just a bunch of completely disconnected scenes, and the excuse is just like, oh hey, this is what Joker was hallucinating in the moments when he was dying. That'd be like the big twist at the end of the movie. Just as an extra middle finger to the audience, like, it'd be hilarious if it's just like, the entire point of the movie just to go back on everything that people hated about fucking Joker 2. It's just like, no, we're taking it all back. We're taking it all back. And then right as the movie is about to end, it just cuts to Joker lying dead on the fucking ground. It's just like, nope, none of it was real. Fuck you. Just double fuck you. We're doubling down. He's extra dead this time. Like, maybe I could be convinced, but like all the attempts I've seen to try and get people to like say, oh, Joker's actually a bad movie has been from people like Ralph the Movie Maker, who is just like, oh, this one scene where they do the flashback thing, that was dumb. Which, yeah, I agree with that. That doesn't ruin the entire movie for me, though. Like, I think some people overrate Joker. I absolutely agree with that. Like, some people think, like, oh my god, this is like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, it's not. It's not. But it's a solid movie. And fuck, in this movie climate, I'll take solid. If you had it so that every single one of every single Pokemon's move, all 1,025 of them, was a multi-target attack that had the most PP possible. So all 4 slots, let's say they're completely breaking the laws of reality, and all 4 slots are bubble. And every single bubble will instantly kill 5 lions at once. That is very generous. Assuming that every single Pokemon has 4 maxed out multi-target attacks and takes out 5 lions with every single attack, they would only be able to kill 984,000 lions. That is not even 10%. If we're going off the lore of Pokemon rather than the gameplay. Okay, here's the thing. If you go by Pokedex entries, Pokemon win. If you go by gameplay functionality, lions win. If you go by anime rules, then I'm sure the Pokemon probably win too. Now, personally, I don't agree with, like, using Pokedex as a standard, because very obviously, it just doesn't work that way in the games. Because you could just walk with a Magcargo right behind you, and it's like nipping at your ankles in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and just like palling around with you and having a fun time, and not burning you alive. So demonstrably, the Pokedex is wrong about Magcargo because you're not dead. The lions can't spin away hazards. Oh, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now this is interesting. You know what? I'll give you a point there. That does swing things in the Pokemon's favor a lot. Every Pokemon can learn Toxic. Yeah, but again, you run into the issue of PP. Toxic can only hit one guy at a time. With Toxic Spikes, that hits whoever comes into the field. That's way better. Unless the lions can somehow work through rapid spin, or one of the lions is made of like poison or metal to clear the spikes away. Yeah, no, the lions would get fucked up by toxic spikes. At that point, it's just like, okay, can the lions win quickly enough that they won't die to toxic before the battle's over? So I guess that's a question of how slowly are the lions funneling in. What is the ratio of lions killed versus Pokemon killed? That, like, will there still be a lot of lions left over that haven't even entered the battle by the time all the Pokemon are dead? And I think that's an interesting conversation to have. Game speed tied to FPS is normal? No, it is not. I mean, it's been normalized, but it's not normal. Or at the very least, it shouldn't be. Does everyone remember when Fallout 76 had its gameplay tied to its frame rate? So people just looked down, culled all of the objects in the background, and then just went at super speed? There is a very good reason why, like, games should not be tied to their frame rate. And this medic is very confident in his abilities to walk back and forth across this sight line. Which may be justified, but only against me. If there were an actually good sniper, then... well... even then...